Thanks for the introduction, Kathleen. Welcome to my presentation, Foundational Senses, Exploring Sense of Place on Salish Sea Shorelines, the shoreline at the Evergreen State College. I'm giving this presentation from the library on campus, overlooking the Longhouse. I'm in the quiet study area, breaking all the rules today. So let's dive in. Oh, I don't know how to change. It is not changing the slide.
The space bar.
Space bar, no. Arrow, no. I'll try again. Okay, anyways, let's dive in. To live deliberately along Salish Sea Shorelines means that you are a seeker, a chaser of the tides, a follower of the estuary. The timeless notion of enjoying long walks on the beach illustrates the attraction of such places for romanticism, connection, and significance. We want to be near the shoreline, the water, the land, existing in the liminal space between them. We build houses on the beach despite gale force winds and sea level rise because that view does something to us. The Salish Sea ecosystem provides a diverse range of opportunities and benefits to the coastal residents and visitors. Canada and the United States share more than a national border where they meet on the luxuriant Pacific coast. They also share an important gathering place. It is the Salish Sea watershed, an intricate web of thousands of rivers and streams. It is an ecosystem, a community of living things and their habitat. At the heart of this basin is the inland sea. In 2009 and 2010, the boards of the geographic names for Washington and British Columbia designated these shared waters as the Salish Sea. The name recognizes the coast Salish tribes who have lived here for thousands of years. Going beyond the romantic claims, national borders, and time itself, the coast Salish tribes have always honored the interactions between people and place in special ways. Their numerous tribes developed a rich culture and established hundreds of seasonal camps and permanent villages. They had complex societies, yet their lifestyle was significantly different from that of the settlers' lifestyle. The US waters are collectively referred to as Puget Sound, and the health of the Puget Sound ecosystem is directly influenced by both natural and human activities. Humans have been an integral part of the Puget Sound ecosystem for millennia, but through the changes in pace and magnitude of resource utilization over the past 200 years, humans have expanded their footprint on the landscape. Despite the visual beauty of our treasured shorelines, many indicators reveal that Puget Sound is not doing well. The congregation of overexploitation of natural resources, pollution, sedimentation, habitat destruction, infrastructural modifications, and climate change has led to the degradation of Puget Sound ecosystems. Environmental damage in the Puget Sound region outpaces recovery. And if this continues, future generations will not know the unique experiences that embracing the attraction to Puget Sound shorelines provides. A shoreline's liminality adds to the complexity of how such landscapes are understood and how to manage them. Managing these distinct places requires the linking of social and ecological systems. Sense of place is being recognized and integrated into such management efforts. Marine shorelines are distinct places that evoke a sense of place, and Puget Sound residents hold a sense of place to the region's shorelines. There have been many studies on sense of place in Puget Sound that demonstrate how and why people connect to their nearby shoreline. Sense of place is fostered by people's interactions with their environment through individual or shared experiences. Their unique attachment, identity, and meaning of Puget Sound coalesce into their sense of place. And sense of place can inform our understandings, behaviors, and responses to environmental stewardship. The Evergreen State College is part of a land base that was ceded by the Medicine Creek Treaty Tribes. Upon this land is Bushuwa Ali Point, which has been long recognized as a meeting place for the Coast Salish people living on the southern inlets. The ancestral name, Bushuwa Ali Point, was requested by Evergreen and the Squaxin Island tribe, a long-standing positive relationship, to identify the northernmost point of campus. The ancestral name, Bushuwa Ali Point, serves as a reminder of the history of this place that goes back further in time than the mid-19th century and offers the chance to appreciate this area as it originally was known. The 3,000 feet of shoreline at the Evergreen State College is a natural space available to all students and community members. This shoreline is a unique asset to the Evergreen State College and should be used and demonstrated as such. Strengthening the intrinsic value of the shoreline to the Evergreen community could help maintain and expand its legacy. Therefore, I decided to design a sense of place survey-based case study at the Evergreen State College that attempts to extend the sense of place research in the Puget Sound region by focusing on a local shoreline and a local population to better understand how attachment and significance can influence people's sense of place. So I planned a workshop in collaboration with the Evergreen faculty member, Sarah Williams, and her class, Taste What We Hunger For. In Taste, the students learn how to make choices in their lives to create, consume, and enjoy sounds, foods, and elements of material culture. Combined with this workshop, I invited the Taste students to be the survey respondents for my survey research. I planned 3 engagement opportunities. The first was a history walk to the shoreline where I met the students by the Sal, and we proceeded to walk for like 3/4 of a mile to the shoreline, and we stopped along the way to acknowledge important historical facts about Evergreen that are relevant to the shoreline and adjacent ecosystems. The second engagement opportunity was a tasting session, and I invited the students to explore the shoreline through their senses by providing a spread of Pacific Northwest inspired and sourced foods and ingredients with the prospect to converse about the flavors and senses that they were experiencing. And the third engagement opportunity was time and contemplation, in which I just offered the students various ways to contemplate the shoreline, either alone or in a group. And I provided about 20 minutes of unstructured time for that. These are some of the photos of the shoreline and some of the foods that we delved into. So these are the survey questions, and I did it on like a scale of 1 to 7, and that's how they responded to these questions. The survey results show that students may have developed a stronger sense of place to the shoreline at Evergreen. And then I also asked them, what does the shoreline at Evergreen mean to you? And then for my results, I made word clouds with both of those and compared the way that their meeting shifted. They're fairly similar, but I will point out some of my favorite changes. Like in the before survey, there's land and beach and campus, but on the after survey, there's shoreline and access and reconnection and ecosystem. Kind of just highlighting that even just acknowledging these topics and providing a space creates maybe like a common language or a broader language between myself and the students and the faculty members even. One of my favorite results was I asked the students how they would like to continue building their sense of place on the shoreline, and they said things like tree, plant, and shellfish identification, what the shoreline is and how they work, etc. More walks was a good one. And then I also asked them what other places on campus they would like to explore their sense of place, and they were equally enthusiastic about visiting the forest and the farm and the longhouse and the farm some more and the forest some more. My results suggest that the importance of understanding and improving the conditions like access, knowledge, ecological integrity that enable the development and continuum of sense of place for ecological improvements as well as human well-being and quality of life. Thanks, that's it. Questions now?